Hey there, everybody. Jessica Carter here.
With Matt Carter.
And today we're going to be talking about NCIS Season 17, Episode 17, called In a Nutshell. It's going to be airing this week. Very exciting stuff coming in.
Finally.
Finally, because we've been without NCIS for a little while now, so it's finally going to be back. We haven't had much of a promo of anything. They did release 3 sneak peeks and also not a lot of anything, but we are going to pick a couple things out of it that we saw that we think might be leading to something, maybe a little more, just some interesting stuff. Ducky's going to be back, stuff like that. So if you do end up liking this video and you want to stay up to date with all of our NCIS stuff, make sure that you subscribe, give us a like, ring the bell, all that good stuff so you don't miss out.
Absolutely.
So let's start out with these 3 sneak peeks.
Okay, so this is the question, before you break any of them down, this is the question I'm really thinking. You guys hyped up in your synopsis that we were going to have people rummaging through their desks and maybe making some discoveries or realizing that they've held on to some stuff. Where's the sneak peek on that? Because that's what I'm legitimately really curious in. I mean, what if somebody finds like an old pack of gum that Tony left behind? Or like maybe they find, Ziva's secret spy manual. I don't know, insert cool thing here.
Yeah, and I'm expecting something like that to come out of the cleaning of the desks and sort of not just seeing what everybody's been hoarding all this time, but yeah, maybe that one little discovery of something that's way back at the back of the desk. We did just see, spoiler for anybody who hasn't seen the ending of Criminal Minds, plug your ears. We did see that when Penelope left, she put a little note in her desk. Maybe there's something really cool like that here too.
Maybe Penelope left the note over there too.
It's possible.
Hey guys, one government organization to another. The crossover we always needed. But yeah, we're not getting any of this.
No. And that's probably because if there is anything really juicy with that, they're not going to give it to us early. There's no way. So instead, we have 3 sneak peeks. We have one of Bishop and Gibbs going into this like kind of creepy container that's filled with doll houses that have like murder scenes going on in them, which again also feels like Criminal Minds a little bit, right? A
little bit. I feel like every like really weird creepy show has at least one episode where there's like a little girl who has made doll houses that depict. I know there's an episode of The Blacklist that's sort of like this, and it's just like, okay, we get it. Little girls with weird murdery doll houses are creepy, but we've seen this part before.
As a doll collector, dolls get a bad rap.
You're starting to get like me and the clowns now, where I'm on here defending clowns all the time.
Dolls are beautiful, and they have such pretty dresses and cool clothes and nice hair. Listen, bad rap, that's all I'm saying.
Clowns, they make you laugh, they give you pies in the face, they don't all kill you.
So we also saw Ducky in this, which is good. We haven't seen him a ton this season, so we at least know that he's going to be coming back.
It seems like Ducky has some sort of clue to what's really going on with this case, which is kind of good because they did instill him as the NCIS historian, and I feel like one of the reasons why we don't get to see Ducky all that much is I think there's probably this preconceived notion history in the context of murder cases is probably not always the most exciting thing in the world. I like to think that he's still always around and maybe someone's going and visiting him and getting some advice, but when you see Ducky show up, some important stuff is going down and he's going to hand down some wisdom and maybe blow some brains, and maybe that's what's going on here.
So we also saw Casey and Sloane working through the doll houses and kind of taking their guesses at things that were happening. We did see Gibbs come in. No slibs moments. I tried to squeeze one out of my mind of like, how could this be something, but it's not anything. So probably not a lot of slibs going on in this episode, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, we have to think in terms of, I guess, the time period of this season right now. We're at episode 17, so we're not in like that final home stretch just yet. We're out of the February sweep. Some of the big stuff has happened. Ziva's gone. We're in, we don't want to call it the dog days, but we are sort of in the doldrums. We are in the we gotta wait for the big stuff. They have to differentiate the big stuff because then the big stuff doesn't feel like the big stuff anymore.
Yeah, it's true. And I mean, after watching these sneak peeks, I think everyone needs to buckle up for just a sort of like case of the week episode. It feels a lot like that's what's happening. If we get really lucky with the cleaning of the desk and maybe there's some little secret note or interesting thing left behind, I mean, maybe that could be a thread to something else. But we still don't even have an assistant for Jimmy yet. And that was a whole episode. And what happened there?
I have no idea, but I will say this. Come back to the channel after this airs because I feel like some of our better reactions are the ones to the Case of the Week episodes where we just go on some bizarre riff for like 4 minutes about robots or I don't know what else.
Yeah, it's true.
So yeah, we might get something out of that if nothing else.
So the last clip was all about my guy Jimmy, who I love. And so of course he's in the morgue and he's doing some Jimmy stuff and
still without an assistant.
Let this guy have an assistant so he can sleep and spend time with his family.
No.
So yeah, I mean, again, there's not really a lot going on. It feels like maybe there's going to be some sort of copycat situation going on, that this case is linked to another case. I mean, again, I feel like this is going to be a case of the week.
Yeah, I
like
think
heavily focused episode.
Yeah, I and that's fine. It is what NCIS is, and I think, we're okay having an hour here or there. We just see a good case. I think as long as it's interesting and you add in there some funny, memorable moments, I think we can be happy with that, and we don't have to really clamp up the expectations.
I've been spoiled, I feel, these past couple seasons, because it used to be a lot more with NCIS that this was a really procedural show, and now the past couple seasons it feels like they're having a really nice mix and marriage going on of a little bit of procedural, a little bit of serialized, a little bit of arc, a little bit of standalone. So now when I'm getting these standalones, I'm just kind of like, where's all my arcs?
Here's what I will say, and maybe this is NCIS throwing us off the scent here, in that, and not giving us anything that feels too substantial. I mean, including a promo that just feels like patchwork. Maybe they know that they have something that's at least fun in here, but they don't want to give it away in advance, because that way we have something just to talk about in the immediate aftermath of this.
Yeah.
And we also know that there is some really big stuff coming up, so we can sort of paint how we view this episode through that lens. I mean, we know the 400th episode is coming fairly soon. I think probably at this point in a week or so, we should have at least a little bit more information about it. I think at the Paley Fest panel, there'll be some stuff that comes out.
Yeah, and we do know that we're going to be getting some moments coming up with Faith.
Yeah, Sloane's daughter, yeah.
So that's going to be pretty exciting. After she gave Sloane a Valentine, it feels like maybe the door is opening to a little more. At least that's what I'm hoping. I am hoping that Faith is not coming back for another favor. I don't want it to turn into this situation where Faith just keeps coming back and asking for favors and doesn't really want to give anything else to the relationship. And I don't think that's where we're going.
Well, let's make a couple of bold predictions before we conclude this episode. What are the chances that we get a good Bishop and Torres moment? Because we haven't had one of those in a little bit.
I think we might get something when it comes to the cleaning out of the desk. Because I think everybody's got some personal stuff that they bring to work and keep at their desk. So I can see that there will be something when they're cleaning it out that maybe Torres is going to pull out something that people didn't expect.
Yeah.
Or, Bishop might pull out something that Torres probably does expect and is going to make fun of. I think that there'll be some of those moments. What do you think?
You know what I would say? If I was at NCIS and I knew this was happening, I would pull the old classic Jim Halpert, put the office supplies in the Jell-O, and then leave it in their desk, and then be like, why do you have Jell-O in your own desk?
It's a good one.
We need pranks. Make the pranks happen. I think there'll be something. I don't think it's going to be major, but just a little lighthearted moment. Other question. Is Vance going to have something more to do in this episode?
Where is he? We are getting some Ducky, and that is awesome, but, Vance, where are you?
Yeah. Come on, Leon. We love you. We want to see you around more regularly, other than you just sort of being like the sometimes invisible giant floating head that occasionally just pops up on screen to give people advice.
Yeah, or just a passing name. Oh, Vance said this.
Yeah.
Great, where is he?
Have Vance come out and tell us. We want to see him say it.
I also want to know what's in his desk.
Yeah, what is in Vance's desk? I have so much. I don't even have a clear answer to that in the slightest.
What's in your desk?
I don't have a drawer. There's nothing in my desk.
There's some Funkos going on.
Yeah, I've
over
got
here.
some Funkos over there that are.
I also have Funkos on my desk.
Yeah, well, there you go. There's the real answer. I also have glasses and a Post-it note. This is the most exciting desk of all time. But anyway, what do you guys want to see on NCIS Season 17, Episode 17? What's on your desk? Let us know in the comments. And if you do like this video, give us a like, subscribe to the channel. And you can support us further by checking the link to the store in the description. And we'll see you here next time.